October 2017. The students are beginning to change. The novelty of a new school year is wearing off, and the students' inner demons are beginning to appear. Sleep deprivation and hunger are affecting these students at Marquette Senior High School, turning the usually bright and cheerful kids into subtle monsters. So, during the day, students are more awake or more tired. So how do you see, like, as your hours progresses, first and seventh hour, how do students affected? Like, how do they act?
You know, I would say here's the deal. I kind of got a weekly plan. Mondays, they're all pretty fired up because they talk about the weekend. Tuesday and Wednesday are a little bit down. Thursday, they start to get jacked up again because the weekend's coming out. And Friday, they're kind of just chill because they realize that let's just get through the day and make it through. So I kind of see it more as a weekly thing rather than an hourly thing.
Okay. How are you affected as a teacher?
With the sleep or lack thereof. Coffee Tuesdays really helps me. That's the day I'm allowed to drink coffee. They don't let me drink coffee only on Tuesdays, so only Tuesdays. So I'm really fired up. But other than that, probably the hardest thing, and I wouldn't even say it's the hardest thing, is what I try to do for the student piece and my sanity as well and awareness is keep my lessons engaging, so everybody's on their toes all the time. And I'd like to think I do it more often than not, but I don't know if I do.
All right, thank you for your hours. Children, I guess. Teenagers are, they're tired, they're not tired, they go back and forth. What do you see as the day progresses?
Well, the first 3 hours of the day I teach biology, and in first hour I have students of all abilities, all levels, but some of my students who I know are really, really bright can't communicate at all. They come in and they're like zombies, and they grunt responses, and I will tell them, hey, I asked you a question. There's the question. You just need to answer it right in that space. And they'll look at me like, and grunt, and I just sort of walk away to keep myself safe. But what's wild is then even the next hour or the next hour after that, no more zombie, no more grunting, no more freakishly tired students. They actually function like human beings. They're willing to speak to each other. They do their work. It's almost like they're a different species.
Cool. So how does, like, as a teacher, how are you affected during the day? So, like, at the beginning in the morning, how are you awake or not awake?
So I have a really strange habit. I get up at 4 a.m. On average, sometimes earlier, rarely later. And I drink a lot of coffee in the morning. And so by the time that like 7 a.m. hits, I've already been up for 3 hours, and I'm just really excited to be around people after spending 3 hours at home alone doing work. So I'm wide awake. And then I tend to hit a little bit of a wall after lunch. So I had to kind of maintain a caffeine intake throughout the day that allows me to be a functional human being and be, pretty reliably kind. Because I would not be so kind if I did not have the caffeine.
All right, thank you for your time. That's all.
Thank you.
How does school impact your sleep schedule?
I have to go to sleep earlier because I have to get up earlier, which is kind of a drag.
How much sleep do you get average?
Like 10 hours.
A lot more than other people are getting. Do you eat lunch or breakfast?
Yeah.
Cool. Stress-wise, how stressful are you during school?
depends on how the assignments are going and stuff, you know.
How does school affect you? Like, what's your sleep schedule like?
During school times, I typically get less sleep, around from the 5-hour range to about 3-hour range.
Do you eat breakfast or lunch?
I do not eat breakfast, and I occasionally eat lunch.
Okay. So do you not eat breakfast or lunch because of school or just not in general?
It feels like it feels like breakfast is sort of a time constraint, and lunch I just choose not to occasionally.
Stress-wise, how is your stress levels in school year?
During test times, it significantly increases. Otherwise, I'd say mild stress.
All right. How much sleep do you get average per night?
Probably 7-8 hours.
Does that differ during the school year versus in the summer?
In the summer, I actually get less sleep, so.
All right. Do you eat breakfast or lunch? And if you do or not, does that school impact if you do or don't eat breakfast?
Typically, I don't eat breakfast unless it's just like a bag of cereal that I'm grabbing. So.
Stress-wise, how are your classes like? How stressed do you get?
They're actually not that bad unless it's like really long test review, but.
All right. Thanks for your time.
Affect you?
We'll ask questions and then you can say.
No.
How does high school affect your sleep schedule?
I get like no sleep.
Yeah.
You go to bed like really late and you wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning just to get ready to get on the bus.
How much sleep on average do you get? Like how many hours?
At the very most 6, at the very least maybe 2.
When you're at school, how hungry do you get like before lunch?
I mean, it really depends on what I had for breakfast.
Okay.
How much sleep do you get in one night?
Well, that depends. If I have homework, I usually get around 3 or 4 hours. But, on a normal night, I sleep like a normal teenager, minimal stress, things are going good.
How has school affected you with stress?
Stress. Well, there's a lot of stress. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I have 7 AP classes right now, no learning center. It's rough. Every night I kind of go home and I just run my hands through my hair, and sometimes I feel like I'm kind of losing it, but altogether I'm good.
All right, class, so, excuse me, are you sleeping in my class? Wake up! There's no sleeping in my class.
I only get 2 hours of sleep, don't hit me.
I don't care how many hours of